I'm not hiking with you to a secret spot with an unbelievable view of the Hollywood sign or watching any movie. I was reading romance novels way before I should have been reading romance novels. Absolutely. And if my daughter was here, the co-owner, she would say the same thing because I used to catch her. I would go read my mom's books and try to hide them, although once she caught me, she's like, I don't care what you read as long as you're reading. As an adult, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was reading my mom's books at that stage, because a lot of the early romance was kind of not consent like there is today. So it was a lot more graphic and not necessarily in a good way, but women just in the stories put up with it. Today it's much more consent, where you're always asking for consent and giving consent in romance novels. Hi, I'm Roseanne Backlund, and I am a co-owner of Love Sweet Arrow in Tinley Park. Love Sweet Arrow is a romance bookstore, and we sell all kinds of genres and tropes and everything you could think of as far as what's available for romance. And in order to be considered a romance book, it has to have an HEA, which is a happily ever after. That's what makes a romance. If it does not have a happily ever after, it is not a romance. So my daughter and I, Marissa Backlund, own the bookstore together. She has a regular full-time job, whereas I'm here full-time. She is a special ed preschool teacher. She loves coming in here when she can because this is so much more relaxing than working with special ed preschool. Hello. All right.
Pick this up, please.
Yep, I'm hearing it up for you. My everyday job before this was I used to run a kitchen at an elementary school and make sure all of the kids would eat. And I hadn't done retail for at least 30 years, but I think when there's something that you're really passionate about, even though it's a lot of work, it's still a joy to do it. Like when I get up in the morning, I'm like, okay, I gotta go to work today. And it's never like, oh, I have to go to work today. Tell me thoughts. What are we thinking?
I loved it. It got very dark.
When we opened, there was just one romance bookstore, and that was out of LA. And we ordered from them because we thought it was such a cool premise. And then we were just like, you know, we could do this. And if we're gonna do it, we need to do it now because you only go around once. We spent a year actually preparing because there's a lot of things you have to do to open any business, your business plan and all that stuff. Since we've opened, and we've been open for almost 6 years, I think there are 60 other romance bookstores in the country. In my opinion, it's because it's always a happy ending. So there's not a lot of physical violence against women or children. You're in there looking for a happily ever after, and you're not going to be upset about what you're reading. I have some YA, some kids, some signed books. The rest of the blue shelves are all complete. I don't want anyone to feel intimidated when they come in the store because everyone who is in here is going to help you find what you're looking for. We have contemporary, we have paranormal, which is your dragons, witches, outer space. We have historical, most of historical set in the Regency era. We have romantic suspense, we have dark romance, erotic romance. We have a shelf full of romance that authors have been in here to sign. So we can find you anything. Women are portrayed in these books as heroines. So they're the heroine of their own story. They're women who have their own business acumen. They are STEM leaders, they're big corporate lawyers. They have every kind of job that men have, which is a very positive thing for women, especially young women coming up. A lot of these books, even though we are still somewhat of a patriarchal society, women have their own happily ever after, are happy with their lives, make their own decisions, and are forces to be reckoned with. You have to read this one next. This is Cheryl Lister, A Table for Two. It is so good. You're gonna love this. Love Sweet Arrow matters because everyone deserves a community. I've had a customer who came in here for the first time and now she's a regular, and when she walked in she almost cried because none of her friends read romance. So she came in and said, I found my people, and that's what we do. We help you find your people. All right, have a great day. Thanks for coming in.
See you later.
I'll see you soon, Trent. We are retail.